اللهم إنك عفو تحب العفو فاعف عنا. اللهم إنك عفو تحب العفو فاعف عنا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم تقبل منا صيامنا وتقبل منا قيامنا اللهم إنك عفو تحب العفو فاعف عنا. اللهم إنك عفو تحب العفو فاعف عنا برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين. اللهم تقبل منا صيامنا وتقبل منا قيامنا وتقبل
Number 2 is Ar-Risala, the sending of prophets. And number 3 is the Akhirah, the belief in the last day, the year after. These 3 topics, they are connected to the heart of man. In Surah Yasin, there isn't a single order that where Allah Ta'ala, orders us to do something or prohibits us from, doing something. But what Allah Ta'ala discusses and talks about in Surah Yasin is with regard to how we should believe in His oneness, how we have to believe that prophets were sent to guide men, and how to believe in the Akhirah, the next life. And the next life, includes believing in quite a few things. And one thing that we have to believe in is in the Ba'ath, in the resurrection. Resurrection meaning that Allah Ta'ala is going to give life to man again after man dies and is buried. And Allah Ta'ala will reform the body, and the body will, the soul will return to it, and the grave will open up, and man will come out, and that will be the start of the day of Qiyamah. So the belief in the Akhirah, belief in the next life, requires us to believe in the Ba'ath. Now, the mushrikeen of Makkah, as I was saying the other day, refused to believe in the resurrection. And Allah Ta'ala revealed the last 7 ayats of Surah Yasin in regard to those who rejected the belief, in the last day. And Allah Ta'ala says in the first of the 7 ayats, أَوَلَمْ يَرَ الْإِنسَانُ أَنَّا خَلَقْنَاهُ مِن نُطْفَةٍ فَإِذَا هُوَ خَصِيمٌ مُبِينٌ. Does man not see that we have created him from a drop of sperm? Now lo and behold, he's an open disputer. Allah Ta'ala, who had the qudra to bring man into existence from a drop of sperm, that very Allah Ta'ala has the qudra to remake him and gather all, the parts of his body that are lying in the soil and reform them in the same form, that he was on the day when he died, and, return his ruh to him and bring him back into existence. You understand it? So Allah Ta'ala was mentioning that the one who can create from the beginning, from a drop of sperm, can recreate from the parts that are lying in the soil of the earth. And Allah Ta'ala carried on with another example, that is the same one who creates, fire from a green tree. A tree that is green and succulent and fresh. It has moisture and water in it. And we know water and fire does not go together. Yet a tree that has got moisture in it, Allah Ta'ala, can bring about a fire to there. And these are 2 trees that are found in Hijaz, the Marakh tree and the Afar tree, that if you take a branch of each one and they get rubbed together, they produce fire, and you can kindle a fire through there. So Allah Ta'ala is saying, see, that is, if I can do that, then I can resurrect you also, because Allah Ta'ala's qudra is absolute. Allah Ta'ala's qudra is complete. Allah Ta'ala's qudra is unrestricted. Allah Ta'ala, there's no condition attached to the qudra of Allah Ta'ala. when Allah wants something to happen that's possible, He has the qudra to bring it into existence. And then Allah Ta'ala carries on and He says that isn't the one who has made the seven heavens and the earth able to, to create like them? Bala, wa huwa khalaqul alim. Allah Ta'ala says, of course. Because He is the great creator, the one who can create and recreate, Al-Alim, who knows, where each and every part of a person is lying in the soil. Up to there, we stopped yesterday, and then the next two ayats is these two here, where Allah Ta'ala says, إنما أمره إذا أراد شيئا أن يقول له كن فيكون فسبحان الذي بيده ملكوت كل شيء وإليه ترجعون. And the order and His order when He wants something to happen is only that He says to it, be, and it will come into existence, right? And the next ayat translates as, so free and above imperfection is that being in whose hand is the control of everything and to whom you are going to be returned. Okay? So Allah Ta'ala's order for anything, when Allah's will gets attached to something, in other words, when Allah decides that something must happen, it will come into being. That is how complete the qudra of Allah Ta'ala is. So if Allah Ta'ala wills that a person must be resurrected on the day of Qiyamah, and Allah Ta'ala's will gets attached to that, that definitely will come into being, because that is how perfect and complete the qudra of Allah Ta'ala is, right? So the belief in the Ba'ath is necessary. The belief in the resurrection is something that man has to believe in. And the day of Qiyamah is called Yawmul Ba'ath, the day of resurrection. And this resurrection, you see, is for a reason. That Allah Ta'ala has created us, has put us on this earth, and it's not the end. When we die, it's not the end to our existence, but we're going to come in front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Allah Ta'ala will be taking an account of our beliefs and of our life. Okay? So, yeah. Now Allah Ta'ala ends the surah with the last verse. فَسُبْحَانَ الَّذِي بِيَدِهِ مَلَكُوتُ كُلِّ شَيْءٍ. So, free and above imperfection is the being in whose hands is the control of everything. So why does Allah Ta'ala end with this particular ayah? And why does Allah Ta'ala mention this specifically, tasbih? That Allah Ta'ala is making tasbih of Himself. Tasbih means to declare Allah free and above imperfection. That is tasbih. Although some people translate it as glory be, to Allah, the meaning according to the ulama of Subhanallah is this, that free from imperfection is Allah. Why? Remember the mushrikeen, they rejected the resurrection because they said, how can bones that have dried out be given life again? So Allah Ta'ala is saying that, you know what, I am perfect. My qudra is perfect. I can do what I want to, and I can do that. So if you're going to say that I will not be able to resurrect you, you are attributing imperfection to me. You understand that? Because a person who can't do something is naqis, is not complete, is not perfect. You understand? And Allah is kamil. Allah is complete. Allah is perfect. And His qudra is perfect. That's why Allah Ta'ala ends the surah with فَسُبْحَانَ الَّذِي بِيَدِهِ مَلَكُوتُ كُلُّ شَيْءٍ وَإِلَيْهِ تُرْجَعُونَ. Glory be to that being who is free and above imperfection, because He is not rendered incomplete. And after making you, and you're living on this earth, and you die and you enter into the grave, now you're out of the control of Allah Ta'ala. No, you are still under the control of Allah Ta'ala. Allah still has got kudra over you because